Here are 3 time-saving shortcuts to add to every single one of your promotions. Now, there's a lot of steps to launching a new offer. You got to get the sales page done and the confirmation emails and the order bumps and the upsells and the tags and the segmentation and all of that stuff. And I'm assuming you're already going to be doing some of those things. And today I want to show you 3 little known but extremely useful shortcuts that I do every time I have a new promo. Now, the promo in question today is a new workshop I'm hosting. It's happening soon, September 22nd through the 24th in the year 2025. And if you watch this video before then, you can register. I'll put a link in the comments. This is a 3-part workshop I'm hosting. So it's 1 hour a day for 3 days as we start to unpack and build on the concepts taught in each day. And the focus is to transform your workshop from meh to must have. That's the promise. I use Samcart. So when you use Samcart, it generates a URL like this. So my name, my subdomain.samcart.com/product/UMO upgrade my offer -bootcamp. I can control this easily inside of Samcart. But this whole thing is like the easiest URL to get. I'm gonna do a couple things. So here's the first one. First one happens inside of ConvertKit. It's my email of choice. And here's where to find this extremely useful shortcut. Now, when you send a broadcast email to promote your workshop to your email audience, I don't wanna have to go find this link because it's kind of long. And so there's a feature built into Kit that can automate that. And anytime that the link is used, we can also automatically apply a tag. So it's extremely useful. Here's how it works. Go into the automate section of your Kit account and then click on rules. Click on new rule. And then we have a simple option on the left. Hey, when any of this stuff happens, then do any of this stuff. And so all we're going to do is say, whenever a user clicks a link, we're going to apply a tag. This will become what they call in Kit a link trigger. And I'll show you how it's really helpful here in a second. So from the left column, select click a link. And this is the UMO bootcamp. And there's the URL. So now all I need to remember is that I called it a UMO bootcamp. I'll show you where you find it here in a broadcast in a second. And the destination URL is this. And I'm also going to automatically apply a tag. And that tag, I believe, is clicked upgrade my offer bootcamp. Super simple. Anytime somebody clicks on that link, automatically apply that tag. And I'm going to click save. So a new rule has been created. And I've created what they call a link trigger. Here's how to use it in a broadcast. Click on send. I'm just going to write a new broadcast. This is another bonus shortcut. This is going to the same audience. So I'm going to find yesterday's email, which is called Can You Point to It? Click the 3 dots and click duplicate. And now I've got a starting point. I did this because I have some good segmentation set up that this email will be treated a certain way if people have bought the bootcamp or not, and it's the right audience. And so it's easier to duplicate than start over every time. So now I've got this email. I'd rewrite the email, but let's say this was what I wanted to hyperlink. Then I highlight the text. I click link, and instead of having to go find the link again, codybirch.samcart.com/UMO-bootcamp, then you just click on this middle button here that applies a link trigger. When I click the drop down, that'll be at the top because I just made it. But you can see I've got one for the Growth Engine Workshop, and I've got one for Email School, and all of the links that I use commonly. So do this for each promotion, but also do this for anything you would ever want to promote to your list. So if you're always trying to find that link for your workshop or for your favorite YouTube video or for whatever you're using commonly in your business, setting up a link trigger will save you a ton of time. So I'm going to click UMO Bootcamp and click apply. And now this text is hyperlinked to the correct link. And also anytime anybody clicks it, it will correctly apply the tag, which brings me to the second thing you should make sure you do inside of your Kit system that'll save you a lot of time as well. Here's the second thing you should do. This is the world's easiest, simple retargeting campaign. And here's how it works. I created an automation. And if you know anything about automations, they have triggers and then they have actions. And so here's how this one works. It's very simple and generates a bunch of sales. Anytime this tag is applied, clicked -upgrade my offer bootcamp, it adds people to this automation. The next thing it does is it waits. And I give them enough time to go find their wallet or their purse. And then we go check out. I want to see if they bought the bootcamp or not. That's all I'm trying to do. So when they click the link, they're added to this automation. The automation waits 35 minutes. And then I check, just a simple condition, looking for the tag. Have they bought the Upgrade My Offer Bootcamp yet or not? Do they have that tag on their contact record? If yes, exit the automation. You can see 15 people when the check was ran. I waited 35 minutes and they had checked out. They clicked the link and then they checked out. So they didn't get any email. They're good to go. They got the purchase confirmation, but not additional marketing emails. But if they don't have that tag 35 minutes after clicking, then they get this email. It's very simple. I love this hook. I saw it from AppSumo for the first time. If you ever click on a link in an email from AppSumo, you'll get an email like this, and the subject line is "You were right." I think that's a great subject line. I think it's kind of cheeky. And so that's the framing, is the subject line is "You were right." And it says, "You were right, first name. Joining the boot camp would have been a really smart move. You were right." But then life got in the way. Doorbell rang, dog started barking, coffee boiled over, maybe everything at once. Whatever it was, something pulled you away before you could finish checking out. Totally understandable. And here's the good news, your seat is still waiting. For just $20, you can join me on these dates and you walk away with these 3 things. Don't let a little distraction keep you from the thing you really want, which in this case is creating an offer that you love to sell. Click here, finish your checkout. I'll see you inside. See you soon. Super simple email. Let's see how this email performs. I haven't checked this before. I'm assuming it's doing okay because it's a pretty active audience. Let's click on reports and see what we can see. The email's only gone out to a few hundred people at this point, and it has a 94% open rate. I didn't realize it was that high. I thought it'd be like 50%. It has a 94% open rate and a 77% click rate. And only one person was like, "Hey, leave me alone," at this point. So this is a really useful automation you can set up anytime you've got anything you're promoting. An application, a quiz, a workshop, a boot camp, a high ticket, low ticket, a Google Doc sales page. Set up this automation, like wait long enough, like 30 minutes is probably fine, and run this automation. Acknowledge maybe something came up, but they were moving forward and having some momentum. And you were right. You were so close, but something got in the way. Don't let that keep you from the thing you really want. You were curious enough to check it out. So that's a sample email. You could go crazy with this strategy. I could, wait an hour and then check again and say, "Hey, what's going on? Did you have a question that you wanted help with?" You could wait a day and say, "Hey, like, help me out. Like, I don't understand it." Or like, you could even, I've never done this, but you could even wait a day and then give them like a $5 off coupon and say, "Hey, you're thinking about it. Will this make it easier? Will my friend Abraham Lincoln be a little more persuasive?" That's the US president on the $5 bill. So that's thing number 2 that I do in every promotion that I'm running for a workshop or a boot camp or something paid. Is super simple, 35-minute. Is everything okay? Did life get in the way? Click here to complete your purchase. Retargeting email. All right, here's the third and final tip that'll save you a ton of time in your emails because something happened. I announced this workshop 2 days ago and a bunch of people bought it. I think at this time there's 35 sales. And so what I want to do now is send my normal daily email. I don't want to send 2. I just want to send 1. But I want to treat people differently that have bought the workshop already and people that have not bought the workshop already. And here's how I am able to get away with just sending 1 email to my whole list every day since opening the doors on the promotion until the promotion happens. It's called conditional tags. And here's how it works. So in this email, I'm just talking about the concept of having a really clear promise. So I'll tell a story, have a lesson, blah, blah, blah. Kids were young. They'd run upstairs with a drawing and they'd say, "Look what I made." And they'd want to put it on the fridge or put it on the bulletin board. It was something physical that was not an idea anymore. It was something that they could point to and look at. So the subject line is, "Can you point to it?" My point is, if you have a clear enough promise, you'd have a good offer. And I wanted to let people know, if you've bought the workshop, that's great because you're going to love it because we talk about this in the workshop. If you haven't bought the workshop yet, you should totally come. But I don't want to type that because buyers could get confused and they'd say, "Wait, didn't I already sign up for this?" And they might reply back and that creates some customer service issues, or they might unsubscribe, or they might get really confused. I don't want that to happen. So here's what I did. There is a part of ConvertKit that I'm just going to make a new space here. You click the @ sign and it's called something, I think it sounds a little bit weird. Subscriber tags conditional. That sounds like those words are out of order. I think it should be called subscriber conditional tags. I don't know, but that's what it's called. And when you click it, it looks like this. So it just added this piece of text to my screen. So squiggly % if subscriber.tags contains tag name, the subscriber has the tag and therefore sees this chunk of text. Otherwise, the subscriber does not have the tag and they see this chunk of text. Okay. So that's what it looks like when you don't format it. And so here's all you have to do. Find your tag name. You have to get it character for character correct. I know because when I was setting this up, I got a character wrong. Luckily, I caught it when I was testing it before I sent it. But get the tag name exactly correct. And here's how that works. So here's my finished version down here. If subscriber.tags contains, all I did was I highlighted tag name right here and I replaced it with this. This is my tag name, kind of long. Purchased space dash space upgrade my offer bootcamp parentheses general close parentheses. That's the name of the tag. That's how I know that they've bought a ticket already. because everybody for 20 bucks, they get a general admission ticket. They can upgrade for 97 to the VIP, but this is the ticket to see if, this is the tag to see if they have purchased the boot camp or not. Okay. So I'm teaching, I'm talking, I'm doing my thing. And so the last line of text that they would see is this, these promises are binary. They're good. They happened. They didn't. It's not up for discussion. The next line that these buyers will see is a rock solid promise is one of the things we'll cover in the Upgrade My Offer Bootcamp later this month. You're already registered, so you're good. I just wanted to give you a preview of what's coming. Okay. So they see this chunk of text. Everything before this squiggly with the else is what buyers see. They see this chunk of text. Why does this matter? Well, for me, I can send one email, not two. I just change out this chunk of text. Two, it gives people a reminder of what they bought and why it matters. And I'm getting them excited about coming to the workshop and increasing attendance and getting the outcome that I put on the sales page. And I'm just keeping them, a friend of mine says, frothy. I'm keeping them frothy. Like they're staying excited about the thing they just bought. Reduces refunds, reduces buyer's remorse, and reinforces the idea that the thing you just bought is super useful and you're going to love it and it's happening soon and you're already signed up, so you're good, but you're going to love what I have in store for you. So now I've got this chunk of text. What about other people? Well, that comes after the percent here. So the percent squiggly, whatever those are called. So if you don't have that purchase tag, it looks like this. So I give some examples of really clear promises. Those promises are binary. They happened or they didn't. It's not up for discussion. The next chunk of text they'll see is, and do you need some help clarifying your promise? Then you're in luck. A rock solid promise is one of the first things we'll fix during the Upgrade My Offer Bootcamp happening later this month. Registration's now open and tickets are just 20 bucks. Click here to register your seat. I'll see you there. This is the link that will trigger the last thing I said. They click this link, it'll apply that tag. That they click the link, it'll wait 35 minutes, see if they bought or not, and then bring them back. So this is the third thing I wanted to share with you that'll save you a ton of time. So the first was link triggers. The second was that wait 35 minutes, super easy retargeting email automation. And this is the third thing, using conditional content based on a tag. Now that's how it works in Kit. The email service provider you use probably has something similar that functions a similar way based on the presence or absence of a tag, or maybe they're on a different sequence or a different list or something like that. But these three things are extremely useful. I'll put my link for ConvertKit. I'm an affiliate for them. If you want to check out ConvertKit, they call it Kit now, but I'm a little bit old school. Then you can check it out at the link below, start a free trial, sign up for their free plan, poke around, see how you like it. But this conditional content is extremely useful. I love platforms that I can use and I log in and I feel great about it. So I hope this video was extremely useful to you and it saves you a bunch of time, and that the retargeting campaign gets you more sales. And that's what this YouTube channel is all about. Now, if you want to learn how to get people on your list in the first place, so you have people to email and use all these fun tools I just shared with you, then click the next video that just popped up on your screen and I'll give you my full automated list building course totally free. See you there.